Hallelujah!
Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matty Claus, and today is the 19th day of the Minnesota Whiskey Elite Blind Whiskey Tasting Advent Calendar that I am tasting for you. 19th day means I get 19 seconds to smell this whiskey before I guess what it is. It seems like we just started this Advent calendar only yesterday. If I were lying, it feels like it's been about a month. Pretty damn close. But guess who got his second wind? Me. I did. America. That was cooler than I thought it would be. In case you didn't know, it's not Christmas time without a proper SJ. A Santa job, spin job, swirl job, snow job. Mrs. Claus, put 19 seconds on the clock, please. Do it yourself, you lazy sack of shit. Oh, that Mrs. Claus. All right, 19 seconds, and go. Time's up. Larceny Barrel Proof. I think I've already guessed Larceny Barrel Proof in this calendar before, but another sweet, nutty, seemingly high proof nose. There are so many nutty whiskeys on the market. It's like if you tried to pick a bourbon on a dating app. They're all friggin' nuts. The views, feelings, and words that I say on the show are my feelings and my feelings only and are no way associated and may not be the beliefs of Barrel King or any other people that I'm associated with. But they're all nuts. They're all nuts. Anyway. Going back to the nose, and it is very sweet. It is very becoming of a sweet, nutty bugger. Look at the moon. Now I'm starting to pick up on some cinnamon. Oh boy. In the 19 seconds of smelling it, I did not pick up on any cinnamon, but in the subsequent seconds of smelling it, if subsequent is the correct word to use in this situation, subsequent, define subsequent.
Here's the definition of subsequent: coming after something in time, following.
In the subsequent seconds that I smelt after the initial 19, I started to pick up on some cinnamon. Cinnamon graham cracker, caramel corn, a real subpar peanut brittle, like a peanut brittle made by an amateur. Smelling will only get us so far on this 19th day, so down the hatch with it we go, and then we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. You got to pray just to make it today. That's why we pray. Pray, pray, pray. A lot of you are a bit too young for that. Day number 19, down the chimney with its fat sack of nuts. I think I'm right. I think I am right. I think that on the 19th day of December 2024, I just hit a hole-in-one over a house with my nose. It is high enough proof to be a Larceny Barrel Proof. It is sweet and a bit timid on spice, but there is a barrel spice to it. Sweetness up front, nuttiness on the back. Could this be a Booker's? Yeah, it could be a Booker's. Am I trying to ignore that while my excitement about being possibly correct is building? Yes, my first sip of whiskey for the day, but I think just based off my first sip, I have to put it around 120 proof. Where I'm at right now is probably a barrel strength nutty bugger. Second sip. It is a very nutty profile. This must be either Beam or Heaven Hill. If you love nutty bourbon, you must be in friggin' heaven, because there are so many nutty bourbons out there. Now going back to the nose, and there is a hint of fruitiness there. I wouldn't say that it's fruit forward or even like fruit present. It's like a half asleep fruit note, like a freeze-dried strawberry note. It skips this part of the mouth and it kind of coats the back jowls, and it coats it in an astringent peanut oil. This isn't typically something that I love or enjoy or want a bunch of. Back in the day, I used to enjoy myself a Booker's or a Baker's, which I didn't even think about Baker's. This could be a Baker's. It's not a but the older I get and the more refined my palate gets, and the more pretentious I get, the desire for nutty whiskeys just continues to decline. Do I think this is a bad whiskey? Absolutely not. Do I think it's a fantastic whiskey? Maybe for some people. This isn't me picking out flaws in this whiskey. This is just based off my preferences. Therefore, I don't love it. I do think it's good. Some people would score this much, much higher. But if you're absolutely opposed to a nutty bourbon, you would score this much lower. I'm gonna give it a 7.2. I'm gonna say it's good. Now let's check out today's showcase on day number 19. In this glass was, it could be larceny barrel proof, it really could be. Son of a bitch. It's Wild Turkey Rare Breed. Oh. This is one of the nuttier Wild Turkey Rare Breeds I've had. For some reason, that profile didn't even have me thinking Wild Turkey. It had me all up in Heaven Hill and Beam. It's all right. It's okay. Tomorrow is another day. That's gonna do it for day 19. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not. Hit the thumbs up. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on doing whatever needs to be done when it needs to be done. It's currently 12:52 a.m. on the 19th, and I'm just plugging away in this garage, wearing a hat when it's not even cold, and a sweatshirt when it's not even cold. But when it comes to dedication to my viewers, it doesn't matter what time it is, as The Rock would say. He would also ask if you smelled what I was cooking, but I'm not cooking anything, so you're off the hook. But you are on the hook for coming back tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, for the rest of this Advent calendar. So, mark your calendar. Please. Love you all. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow for the 20th. Big kisses to my missus. She's the best. Goodbye, good night. See you later.